Jonathan from LittleRedTug.com. Welcome to today's episode of the vlog. I'm at a really special place. It's called Barn Island, Connecticut. That's where I launched today. And this area is off of Westerly, Rhode Island and Watch Hill. Today I launched this morning. The weather is terrific. It's starting to cloud up a little bit, but this morning I put in around 11 o'clock. I took a trip over from Barn Island, over past Stonington, went up into Mystic Harbor, went up to the railroad bridge and up to the drawbridge, and then turned around. Now I'm anchored right off of Watch Hill, which is pretty cool. This is a great area to boat. There's a lot of history here too. In 1938 there was a tremendous hurricane that came through this area. At one point all the area around here had homes on it. Those were all wiped out. A number of people were killed during the Great Hurricane of 1938. And now that area has been restored and is all a National Wildlife Reserve. There's a whole appendix over here on one side that's a beach area. It's only accessible by boating, and a lot of people just kind of anchor off of that. Just like here, you'll see around here, people are anchored off for the day, they're swimming. So I took the tug out this morning. It's running great. Been out to Mystic. I put about 20 something miles on it, and now it's lunchtime, or about 2:30. Decided to stop off, have a beer, anchor out, and then do some more motoring about this afternoon. I think I'm going to go up the Pawcatuck River, which is in Westerly here, and take a trip up there this afternoon. Follow along here with the videos. It's just me today, so there's not a lot of other videos here, but I hope you enjoy this trip on Little Red Tug.
It was a beautiful day for a trip there. I'd been to this area a number of times paddling, but never with the Ranger tug. This was my first time out, and boy, what a great trip I had. The weather was super nice. The temperatures were in the 80s, clear weather, a little bit of fog in the morning. It lifted off. I was alone, but what a great day. This is Mystic Inner Harbor, or Middle Harbor, some people call it. Once you cross the railroad bridge, there's another bridge, the drawbridge, down on Route 1. And the area in between has a number of restaurants and marinas in the area. I could have kept going throughout this trip and you end up at Mystic Seaport. The problem is that the bridge only opens on the hour, and I didn't want to get stuck there with some weather coming in. So I just cruised through the inner or middle harbor of Mystic, as you can see here. It's a great place. I've been here kayaking a number of times, and I did see a lot of kayaks out here that day. I definitely plan on coming back to this area. In fact, my next trip is going to be into the inner harbor and then anchor and spend the overnight off of Mystic Seaport, which is a great area, and I'm looking forward to that. But for now, I just went down to the Route 1 drawbridge, which you can see right here, and then turned around. They have an awesome wintertime parade here in the holiday season. We've done it by kayak, and I think this year we might do it with a Ranger tug. Although this area of the Connecticut shoreline is well marked with buoys and other navigational markers, it's always good to have excellent charts on hand. There are a number of shoals and shallow areas both in Mystic Harbor, Stonington, as well as the general area that make sure boaters stay aware of their depths. Luckily, the Ranger tug only draws 2 feet, so I have some leeway, but I did see some other boats that were taking some shortcuts that I necessarily wouldn't handle. While much of Connecticut and Rhode Island's shoreline has left its heritage of the fishing industry, there are several ports along the way, such as Stonington, Narragansett, and New London, that still have active fishing fleets as noticed here. Here's a couple fishing trawlers. We did also see some lobster boats while I was out, and a number of clam owners. This area is called Sandy Point. At one point it was connected to Napatri and the mainland prior to the 1938 hurricane, but now it's an independent island. People come here and boat and anchor off and swim for the day. It's a great place to enjoy it. It is a protected wildlife area due to the piping plovers, but it's a great place to anchor for the day here, and that's what I did on the Ranger tug.
Just being careful of the weather today, so it looks like we do have some thunderstorms coming through, and I'm actually going to ride the storm out on the boat. I'm anchored pretty safely, but I'm going to keep the engine available here. It's weird because on this side it's clear blue sky, and then as you can see over here, looks like we have a little bit of weather coming in. So I'll update you and we'll see what's going on.
end of the day, when it's time to leave, I always get a little bit sad. But what I do know is that today's adventure ends means just that there's another tomorrow adventure. Thanks for joining me here at Little Red Tug. I hope you enjoyed the trip today for the coastline of Connecticut.